What up, y'all? This is Raymar Morgan,
This your boy, Travis Walton.
and you are listening to Season 2, Episode 2 on About Sparta podcast. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back, and thanks for joining us. You're tuned into About Sparta podcast, brought to you by the Beyond the Big Ten. Trav, tell me, how was your weekend?
My dog. You know what? I had a great weekend. You know, I'm back in my AAU mode with my son and my team determined. And we had our training camp for 3 weeks. And then we had our first tournament. And we played well. We lost in the championship game. We had an hour and a half film session yesterday. And we got another big tournament coming up this weekend. So I'm feeling good.
So Trav, real quick, because I'm out of the loop. My son is much younger than TJ. How does that work? When does the season actually start versus them playing AAU ball?
Well, every program is different. Our program, we started October, I think 18, 19, but we have like a training camp, and then we had a tournament. But for me, the team I coach, because I'm normally traveling, working during that time, I do my own training camp. So once I come back, I do my own training camp with the kids, and we go through all the details. You know me, I'm going through all that. And then now we're just kind of getting started for film sessions. So we do 2 film sessions a week, hour and a half.
Hey, man, one thing about Travis Walton is he is going to have these boys prepared. You hear me? Hey, I already know they going through walkthroughs in the ballroom with you. Nah, they doing the whole 9, bro. Bro ain't playing, man. So I already know what it's like for them kids, man. That's hilarious.
Yo, right. We play a game. We get done with the game. I probably send 20 clips in our team group message of what's going on and what we did wrong in the game. Like, because I tell them this, and you know this about me. I'm 2 feet in, whether it's little kids or it's, sure. I'm 2 feet in.
You're committed. It's like,
I'm committed.
Once you make that commitment, it's all the way in, or it's nothing at all. Like with you, I can honestly say that I respect that most about you, because once you dedicate yourself, bro, you are ready to die about whatever you done dedicated yourself. So just to hear you got. How old are these kids? These kids are 8th graders.
8th graders, yeah.
Yeah, these kids are 8th graders, and they are getting clips in a group chat already right after the game. They
get full clips.
Hey, in my future voice, that's sensational.
Hey, look, the little homie yesterday, I asked him, I said, how you feel about the film session? And then he was like, I've never had this in AAU basketball before. We got to do kids. Like, I've never had this, but I love that we're doing this. And I was like, no, I wasn't asking for what you thought about the film session. I'm actually asking, what did you see in the film outside of what I said? Because it's very important that you start to understand, if you want to take this to the next level, film study is a big part of your growth and development. So I don't turn the cameras on, because before I used to turn the cameras on and make sure I'm looking at them. But now I just tell them, you guys told me that you want to make it to high levels. I don't know how to prepare you for sorry people or get sorry teams, because they're unpredictable. But sure, I can prepare you against good players and help you try to get to where you want to by being prepared. So, man, I enjoy this. It's probably the best part of my year is this time. So,
lo and behold, that's one thing I do hate about AAU basketball, is playing those bad teams, because when you play a bad team, you're just gonna play bad. You're naturally going to play to their level. So it sucks playing those bad teams. But I love the fact that you got these guys going and giving them something to look forward to in the future. Because I mean, this is genuinely what they're gonna be experiencing here in the next 10 years, Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 to 10 years. So I
Five.
mean, 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. What
Five.
am I talking about?
Five.
So I mean, it's great to hear you say that. I'm gonna have to send Trey down to go visit Uncle Trav for a good 2 weeks to get him right, man. Because
Full film session.
ain't no games being played in the Walton household, and I'm already knowing.
Yeah, man. So it was all good. How about you though, man? What you got exciting? What's new?
Good, nothing, man. Just working, man. Just working. Spending time with the kids, trying to get Trey in this boxing, man. So we got that going though. So yeah, trying to get his hands right and get his mental together. So yeah, man, that's what we focusing on right now. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun thus far. Speaking of fun, we didn't actually have the most fun to start the season out. We had a rough start. We lost to James Madison, won a game or two, then turned around and played Duke and took another loss. Trav, what would you say our season is looking like? And what would you tell the guys to be prepared for this next game versus Arizona?
Well, for me, it's still the same as I said last time. Don't panic, right? Like, we have not shot the ball well. We have not played as well as we have wanted to at the start of the season. We're now starting to play a little bit better, finding our rhythm, feeling good, got a couple good wins under our belt. So I would say don't panic. And this is why I would say don't panic. I got a few stats. So this year, as of right now, we are shooting 44% from the field, 66% from the free throw line, 26% from the three, right? Like, that's not good at all.
Yeah.
We are also averaging 17 assists right now, which is kind of normal when you kind of play a couple good teams and a couple suspect. We're averaging 5.4 blocks, which is really good for us. And we're averaging 7.4 steals, right? Which is really good. We're playing solid defense. Now, last year, this is where I go, don't panic. Last year, as a team, we shot 45% from the field, similar to where we at now. We shot 76% from the free throw line. We at 66% right now. We have great shooters. We're going to be okay. We were at 39.5% from the three-point line. We're shooting 26.3 right now. So again, don't panic. Defensively, we average 2.9 blocks. We're averaging 5.4 right now. We average 4.6 steals. We averaging 7.4. So it's like, don't panic. Now, a couple more stats. Obviously, the only person where we lost was Joey Hauser, our best shooter. Joey last year shot an incredible 46.1% from the three-point line. Great shooter, right? Like, incredible. Tyson Walker, he shot 41.5% from the three. AJ Holger shot 32.9% from three. Jaden Atkins shot 42.7% from the three. And Malik Hall shot 32.7%. That was last year. This year, currently, Tyson Walker, 29.4%. He shot 41 last year. He's going to be fine. He's going to make shots. AJ, 16.7% from the three right now. He shot 32.9%. Me and you both seen AJ this summer. He is shooting the ball good. I watched him work out. He's shooting the ball better. He just got to find his rhythm, which he has the last couple games. Jaden Atkins, this year, he's shooting 27.3% from the three. Last year, he shot 42.7%. He's okay. He's a shooter. He's going to find his rhythm. And Malik Hall, last, he shot 16.7% from the three right now. Last year, he shot 32.7%. He's a better shooter than what he has shown. I'm reading those stats because it goes along the lines what we said and what I said last time. Don't panic. We're finding our rhythm. We're figuring it out. We're trying to understand how do we come with that approach every game that we are being hunted, right? We're being hunted. we are still developing the hunter mindset. We know that that's important for success at this level. You got to be the hunter and not the hunted. So we are now starting to turn that corner, right? The last two games, Butler, we played well, 20-point win. Butler was playing really well. And then the other day against Alcorn State, they're never not really good. Those are great feel-good games for us. And we played very well. It was a lot of fun. And guys, right, had some really good individual performances. So I'm excited because we got Arizona on Turkey Day, baby. And I'm going to the game. I'm actually going to practice tomorrow. So I feel good.
Yeah, man. Just to touch on what you said, I don't even want to talk about our offensive woes. I want to highlight the fact that we are getting down and playing some defense.
For sure.
And our ball movement has been exceptional.
Yes.
Against Duke, I felt like we moved the ball exceptionally well from side to side. We had the defense closing out. And I mean, we just didn't make shots at the end of the day. So, like you said, man, don't panic. These guys are going to be fine. I mean, Jaden is gonna start making some shots. He as you can see, he's starting to come in and get his 1-2 step. Start that over. Start that over. Jaden is gonna be fine. He's coming in, getting his feet right, and he's gonna start knocking these shots down. Same thing with AJ. These guys are gonna be okay. Spartan Nation, please do not panic. Please do not turn the other cheek with these guys. They are going to be fine. The freshmen are starting to feel more comfortable. They're playing better. They're getting more minutes. So everything is on its way up. We just have to stay positive and wait it out. Because once we start, it's gonna get ugly.
It's gonna get on. Like I think, like you said, the ball movement. There's a couple things that at every program, every player knows is when you come from a program, you look at your team. Now we can actually cheer ourselves and pat ourselves on the back. There's not many programs that has had a tenured coach like Tom Izzo. So
For sure.
we all know what it looks like at Michigan State. We know the positives to take away, and there's certain things that go on in that team that if we see that they're doing that, we know they're going to be okay. You said two of those things. If we are defending, we know we're going to be okay because
Perfect.
if we're defending, we'll start rebounding the ball better. We'll start
Exactly.
doing all the extra things that we know is a brand of Michigan State. We also know if we move in the basketball, that means guys are enjoying playing with each other.
Exactly.
Nobody is stat hunting. So we know that the ball movement is a big part of our success. You could even take into account, just to talk about the defense again, against Alcorn State, we had them to 16 to 61 shooting from the floor and 28% from deep. Like, we're playing really good defense to the point. The last few opponents to come in, they were high-powered offensive teams. And we have held them to the lowest percentage that they've been held to in the season. So, like you just said, I'm encouraged because we know what Michigan State great teams look like. And they have a lot of the qualities that that we have possessed in the past, which is a great defensive team and a team that can move the ball and get guys involved because we are a strength of numbers program. Yeah. That's Michigan State. Yeah. We are a strength of numbers program, bro.
Yeah. I would have to agree. The deeper the team, the better off we are. And I think that has shown over the years, and even with our run in 09 and 10 for me, just having that rotation was huge. Next man up mentality, and guys got the job done, man. So I think this group is going to be fine, man. We got a lot of talented guys. And speaking of talented guys, that dunk by Cohen Carr, oh my goodness. We had a lot of Showtime plays this last game versus Alcorn State. But I think Cohen Carr is just the tip of the iceberg, man. This guy is so freakishly athletic. For him to take off his right leg, embrace the contact, and still finish, what a guy that's not trying to block a shot with one hand. He's trying to block a shot with two hands.
Yeah.
Chest to chest, put him in the rim, man. Cohen Carr, shouts out to you, little bro. Hey, man, keep flying out there, because that's what it looked like. You flying.
Man, that dude's a human highlight. So he had some other dunks that was impressive, right? I even liked it. So I'm a point guard. So I love when our point guards get up.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, I love little bro Trey. I love when he on the break. Trey can dunk. So yeah, I'm thinking he's not a dunker, but he can dunk. No, so when you're not a dunker,
flush.
Yeah. So when you're not a dunker, when you have a chance to dunk, you want to dunk. You feel me?
Sure.
He threw the ball off the backboard for young Bull Jeremy to get up and dunk it. Yeah. And again, these are signs. These are signs that they enjoying each other. That they like, nah, bro, get some shine. Because when you're not a dunker, you want to get your flush, right? You want to add that to your resume to be like, I dunked a few times in college. You be like, well, what games? You know what I'm saying? Like, what games? So when you can get those, you feeling good. He threw that boy off the glass. You know what I'm saying? And
if Fears went and got it, that's the crazy part.
He went and got it. Fears got bounce.
Got it. I didn't know he had that much bounce.
He got some bounce. So I was like, those type of things are exciting for me because the biggest thing that you have to do at Michigan State for us to be good with the amount of accountability, the amount of attention to detail that we hold each other to, the coaching staff hold the players to, you got to be tight. You got to enjoy each other. We're around each other too much. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm seeing those things, those are important stuff, right? To be good in the long run.
Great point. And you know what's funny about that whole entire situation is these guys compete every day for minutes.
Yes.
Jeremy Fears and Trey Holloman go at it every single day for minutes. So just to see that camaraderie and him get that assist up was huge. That tells me that he's a selfless basketball player and wanted to make the right play, get the crowd involved, and that's huge. That's the type of team chemistry that we need to go forward and do good things. Real quick, Trav, tell me, how do you think we're going to do against Arizona? I mean, Arizona is top 3 team. They're rolling. Got Caleb Love, I think his name is, from UNC. And, man, they're playing some of the best basketball in the country. So how do you think we're going to do against them?
First, Trey Holloman, 5 for 5 from the 3-point line. Right?
Ooh, I had to shout you. My bad. Yes, sir, Trey.
5 for 5. We looking for shooting. We seen Trey in the summer. He put a lot of work in. So shout out my young bull, Spartan, my young Spartan dog. Continue to have that confidence. Continue to have that swagger. Bring that swagger to us because I love it. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Bring that energy, baby. I'm loving it. So it's Turkey Day, man. It's Turkey Day. I'm excited because, again, I'm coming and watching them practice tomorrow when they get in town. And I got a lot of my program kids, right, some younger kids coming to watch us prepare. And I'm talking my shit, right? Like, we on the West Coast and we going to play Arizona. They number 3 in the country. And we coming to make a statement. This is a statement game for us. I think we need this game. So I think we finna come out and we're going to put on a show, because the last time the world was sitting there watching us, we didn't perform the way we needed to. Actually, the last two times. Tennessee, we didn't play well. Again, no one counts Tennessee. I count Tennessee. It was on ESPN, bright lights, baby. It was real.
Yeah, yeah.
Duke, the brightest lights, right? Everybody's watching the Champions Classic. Yeah. Now, 1 p.m. game on the West Coast, 4 p.m. your time. Oof. We prime time, we get to see us come out and perform and play the way we should. Arizona, number 3 in the country. We were top 5 to start the country, and we still are a top 5 team, number 4.
Yeah.
So I think we're finna put on a show while we sit back and eat some, not me, because I'm going to be at the game, but you sitting there eat some candy yams, some mac and cheese, baby. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like, I think we finna put on the show. We put on the show.
Now, what scares me about Arizona is what they're shooting from the field. They're shooting 52% from the field. They're second in points scored, scoring a total of 498 points thus far in the season, which is impeccable. They're rebounding the ball at a high rate. They're third in the nation with 45 rebounds per game, and then they're shooting it from the strike at 77%. I mean, these guys are sort of clicking on all facets of the game. What do we need to do to slow these guys down? One, and just to get ourselves going.
So you said 2 great stats. I was waiting for you to say it because I knew you was coming with it. You said third in the nation in rebounding.
Yeah.
Izzo right now ain't slept. Izzo right now has not slept. Sorry, Loop. I know he ain't sleeping right now. I know he ain't sleeping right now.
At all.
Because they're third in the nation in rebounding. And this is a statement game again for him as well, to say, this is what we have always held our hats on, rebounding, right? So we're finna go against a team, again, West Coast basketball, we're not known. I say we because I've been living here for a little while. We're not known to be that type of team. That like, it's more finesse, right?
Yeah, that conference is not known for its physicality.
It's not known for its physicality. So for them to be third in the nation says a lot about them as a team. But that's a statement for us to go, okay, this is about to be a dog fight. And then they're scoring at a high rate. We're playing really good defense, like we said. We've been playing good D. So now this is about to be a brawl. It's going to be 2 teams trying to make a point and make a statement that, no, we are this tough, physical team that can be tough and physical, but can also score and have some finesse to what we do. And then as Michigan State saying, we are known to be the tough and physical team. Right. But you want to run, we want to run also. So you know this, when we play teams that want to play up and down,
we love
it. We love it. This is a great space because, again, you just said Pac-12 is not known for that. The Big Ten is known for physical basketball, slow it down, high IQ. Michigan State, we are running. We want to show that our fast break is elite. So, AJ, let's turn it up. He finna get the ball out. He gonna be pushing it. Tyson is back. So off of being sick last game, he's feeling good. He's playing really well right now. Again, I think we finna I'm just feeling really good. My wife is gonna cook some good food. Oof. And after the game, so I feel good that I'm gonna get some good food after watching a great game, and we won.
Shout out to Fifi. We know she about to do it up in the kitchen. We know it. We already know it. Hey, yeah, man. But so after this Arizona game, We play Georgia Southern, and then after that we have Wisconsin. Now, history always seems to repeat itself, and this has always been a clash: Wisconsin versus Michigan State. I mean, ever since we were there, even before that, Wisconsin always seems to give us problems. Like, they're not as good as they used to be, but they're right there. They're still a very well coached team. They're still going to bring that physicality. They're still going to have footers across the front line. I mean, Wisconsin is known, and is a household name in the Big Ten, and I know they are going to be prepared when they play against us. What do we need to do? Not looking ahead, but what do we need to do to get a win versus Wisconsin?
I always say this: when you start the season of any season, the preseason, the conference play, you're coming into those games with the mentality that we're fresh. We're fresh. The records don't matter because we're only focused on conference play. So I think when you play teams like a Wisconsin, who you know are going to be disciplined, who's going to defend you, who's going to be tough, who's going to not turn the ball over. They don't turn the ball over much.
They don't.
They value the possession. So the first thing we have to do is we can't turn the ball over, right? We have to also value possessions. Wisconsin, they never really allow us to run on them. So we still have to get a couple easy buckets in transition, right? That has to always be the one thing that is a go-to for us. We have to get a couple easy baskets in transition. After that, we have to be able to match the physicality that's going to take place. Not saying that they are tougher, they're disciplined. Yes. They're going to bump you. The referee not going to see it, and you're going to want to bump them back. Right? Like they're going to set a screen, and they're going to stick their knee out. Right? They're going to stick their shoulder out, and you're going to get upset. So you have to stay poised and stay locked in when you play against the Wisconsins, because no matter what, history, Michigan State, Wisconsin, those games matter. The alumni base looks forward to those games. Yeah. We said this last year. When you go to Wisconsin, you look in the stands and you see these loyal old fans.
Old fans.
Loyal old fans. And before you come out, they actually smiling and looking at you.
Yeah, for sure.
And the game jump off, and all of a sudden it gets real.
Oh man, they turn into the Exorcist.
Oh man, so I'm excited. I think we gotta stay focused and not turn the ball over, execute, and just play Michigan State brand of basketball.
Yeah, man. I think you hit the nail on the head. I think it's gonna be more of a mental battle than it is physical. I think if we stick to the game plan, is gonna have these guys prepared. He knows everybody from top to bottom. So they'll be ready. It's just about having that tough mentality that we always play with. Crashing the boards, out rebounding our opponents, getting some easy ones on the fast break. I think we'll be fine, man. Wisconsin will just be, another notch under our belt after we play them. Now, Trav, before we leave and get out of here, is one thing that we have to touch on before we get out of here. Our former brother, Spartan dog, Draymond Green, got into a little altercation with Rudy Gobert before they even scored, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. What was your take? And then I'm gonna give mine on the elite chokehold our brother gave to Rudy Gobert.
Hey, I think it's important that you have to stand 10 toes down for your teammate, for your brothers. 100%. So, myself, if I would have seen if I was in his same shoes and I seen someone grab you, it happens so fast, you don't have time to think in hindsight. So I would have grabbed and I would have held him too. Now, I may have not have did 7 seconds, but I would have done like 3, 4. Right?
3, 4.
I would have maybe done 3 or 4 because I think when you're in that moment, you're not thinking he's not grabbing him in that way. You see he grabs him high, which we have to admit, Rudy grabbed Clay high.
Yeah, he did.
In the heat of the moment, your first initial thought is protect my teammate. His 100%. Jersey is fully ripped. This is Klay Thompson. He not knowing what's going to happen. He's protecting his teammate, his brother, the one that he's won championships with. So my initial thought when I seen it, I was actually at my kids' practice, so I didn't watch the game. I just seen the highlights. And I was looking and I said, oh, he came to the defense of his teammate. Yeah, then when I looked at it, I said, I shouldn't have held it that long. But
he tapped out. He tapped out already.
But you came in the defense of your teammate, stand 10 toes down, because if that was you, if that was Draymond or any one of my guys, I would have done the same exact thing.
100%.
Without 100%. A blink of the eye. I would have thought. I would have just reacted just as he 100%. Did. So
100%.
I stand on defend your teammate. Stand up. Make sure that everyone knows that ain't happening.
Right.
But I wouldn't have held it as long. And I think if you may ask him, I'm sure he would probably say the same thing. But it happened so fast, so you can't go. It just happens so fast, bro. Like, and I think that's what the world is not understanding. They they're thinking in hindsight. But if you in sports, bro,
in real time, it don't work like that.
It don't work like that, bro. So I will stand on this, and I will say, in real time, you don't have time to think and try to make these calculated decisions. You have to react, because that could go left or right.
No, for sure.
And for who Draymond is to the Warriors, that can't happen. When something happens, he has to be the first one in there. So that's my stance.
Well, what I would have to say is, first off, Dre's the enforcer. We're not gonna act like he's not what he is. Like he's the enforcer. He protects every person on that bench. So me just knowing him, I knew once this scuffle, he was going to get in the mix somehow. I didn't know what he was going to do. But once I rewinded it and kept watching it, it's hard for somebody to even stop and control themselves running full speed. If you notice, Draymond is inbounding the ball when this is happening. So as he is watching everything, because he's the last person, he is on a full sprint to the melee. So if you're on a full sprint and you get somebody in a chokehold, it's going to look super aggressive, like just naturally, because you're going full speed. You know what I'm saying? That's with anything. If he was to throw a punch, it would look way more crazy than if he was just standing there in front of him. So when you take into consideration Dre is running full speed, like what else is he supposed to do? It's going to look super aggressive because he's coming in full speed. Now, I'm not going to say that he should have choked them, but I will say maybe grab Clay, get him out of there, or maybe, stand in the middle, break it up, however you got to do it. I think that the choke would have been okay if, like you said, if it was 1 to 2 seconds, then he released, just got him further away from Clay in the situation. I think it would have been fine. But bro, being bro, he just, he's just naturally an aggressive person. So he just went in like, and he had him in a chokehold. It was a brilliant chokehold, probably one of the best I've ever seen. I think I ended up asking him, like, bro, did you take jujitsu or wrestling growing up? Because, bro, that was immaculate. I've never seen a person, first off, get choked out, and they're looking each other in the eye. Like, for you to put a person in a chokehold that's facing you is amazing. So I'm with you, Dre. I love what you do. I love how you play. Please don't change for anybody, man. I know it's probably going through your mind right now. Stay positive, my brother. Can't wait to see you back on the floor and get back to it, because, man, I know you got that chip on your shoulder now, and I know that fire is burning hot. So, yeah, man. With that being said, this has been another episode of About Sparta, brought to you by Beyond the Big Ten, and I will see you later.
My dog.